I'm Aiman, and welcome back to one of my tool and DIY videos. In today's video, I'm going to demonstrate the use of this DIY'er masonry blade that we've installed on our angle grinder to cut cinder blocks, patio stones, and brick. So if you're interested, I did a video on how to replace the blades on the angle grinder, so go check that out. And also on the circ saw as well. So go check that out, I'll link that in the description down below. We're going to use this because we're rebuilding our fence, and we have a few odd lengths where we need to actually cut the cinder blocks down to size. So that's what we got the this is what we got the blade for, so that we could cut the cinder blocks and the patio stones. And I'm going to demonstrate in this video what that looks like. So these are actually wet-dry blades, so they work with both dry and wet stone. And if you use it on dry concrete or cinder blocks, there's going to be a lot of dust, which is why it's useful for it to be wetted first with a hose. But I'm going to demonstrate in this video the use of it in both conditions. Okay, so also while you're doing this, it's important to have a mask on. I know I'm going to get comments about this. This is not the proper mask. This is actually a KF94 mask. You want an N95 mask. For additional protection, I'll wear this, because we don't have any N95s lying around, but you know, some safety is better than no safety. Okay, so let's try to cut this cinder block. Very simple. Just turn this on and then progressively saw it down. So let me angle it so that you can see. So this is the dry condition. Okay. So I can either turn it around and do it if it's a more thicker piece. In our case, we're just going to knock it. There we go. You can see where it cut, it's very smooth. Same thing on this surface, very smooth. And all that dust you saw, now you understand why it's important to have a mask. I hope you can hear me too, because I know this muffles it. But that's what it looks like when you use it in dry conditions. One thing I want to show while I'm here is that, you know, with the angle grinder, you can switch the angle of the guard depending on if you're left-handed or right-handed. So in our case, or if you're left-handed, you'd want it like this. If you're right-handed, you'd want it like this. Make sure you unplug it while you do that. But yeah, just something to note while we're here. In our case, we're going to angle it just a bit like this so that the guard's facing away a bit more. Just so that you have a bit more, that's not really going to help, a bit more blade surface to cut so that we can go deeper. Yeah, I don't think any angle is going to help because this is too thick, this part right here. Yeah, we'll try it. Okay. So I'm going to wet the concrete now. I have to cut both sides before I knock it. But I'm going to show you what it looks like in the wet condition. Or it might be more accurate to say it's more like partially wet. When they say wet conditions, they mean like, you know, this block is in like a tray of water. But this also demonstrates like what it looks like if you have less concrete dust when you wet it. Okay. Okay. It's also an approximation because you, like, if it was a wet condition, you'd probably like continuously spraying the hose at it. But anyway. Okay, so that's not really a perfect demonstration because it ended up just being dry on the inside. So we're gonna have my dad spray water while we're doing it. You probably don't want to copy this demonstration just because you don't want to get water on the engine, but we're gonna try to be careful not to get it on the motor. Okay. There you go. I think that's a better approximation of the wet condition. As you can see, when we did that, the cinder block itself liquefied. Let me knock that down right now. And you can see that I didn't cut it perfectly straight just because I couldn't see the line anymore. So that's a disadvantage of the wet one. Alright, there we go. And then I can come back later and then grind this down to actually being straight. But that's the difference between wet and dry. Kinda. Very smooth. Okay, so next we're gonna try it on the patio stone and on this scrap brick. Okay, so we have a patio stone here. Let's try it on here. It also produces as much dust. As you can see, I didn't cut it straight at all. I noticed that it wasn't straight at first, so I tried to course correct it. But that's okay, we're not really using this patio stone anyway. But like you saw, it's pretty similar to what the cinder block looked like. Even if the patio stone does seem a bit more dense, it's kind of the same. It just produces more dust because it's more denser. Okay, so we have a brick here. This will be a test of doing it on both sides because the brick is a bit thicker. So this time, it's going to be very important for me to make sure that I am super straight. So let's do it. Okay, so that's red dust this time. That's what the cut looks like. Okay. Okay, as you can see, it didn't penetrate all the way through. That's okay. We knocked it, and that's how it comes. So, it works pretty well with cinder blocks, with patio stone, and with brick. If you want to cut all the way, you probably just need to get a bigger diameter angle grinder. But it works pretty well. And now that we're done with this video, you got to see how it was used. I'll show you where this cinder block actually goes. And it also gives you a taste on how much progress we've been making on the fence. I think the last time we made an update video on this was like 5 days ago. So look at all the cinder block magic that my dad's done. Okay. So let's see. I might have cut it a bit too big, but yeah, this is actually okay. Bit of mortar here. Oh wait, my bad. Like this. There we go. Wow. It's upside down. There we go. Oh, but yeah, now that we're done with this, my dad can finally start trying to put some wood. You know, put the patio stones on top, put the mortar, and then you can move on to trying to prototype the actual wooden part. Whew. Okay, so that's all for this video. Let's go back to where we were before. If you're interested on the fence itself, go check out my series of videos on it. Cataloging how the process is going. But for this video, yeah, pretty happy with the way that the masonry blades have worked out. I wonder what it's like to like cut them with like normal angle grinder blades. I wonder how more difficult that is. But in any case, if you're interested in buying these masonry blades, I'll put a link to them in the description down below and in the comments. And that's going to be it for this video. I'm Aiman, and thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and look at other videos on EyeOnAiman, especially the videos on the angle grinder, the D-wall, and the fence, and I'll see you there. But for now, I'm Aiman, and signing out. Peace.